Well, with Hurricane Florence here, we all know it comes with strong winds and heavy rain and can knock out power for a lot of us.
I think so many are most anxious about that, aren't they? Here with us this morning is Travis Hill with 1 hour heating and cooling to talk about generators and the pros and cons that come along with that. Travis, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
This half of my afternoon was all about generators yesterday, trying to find the right one, making sure I had the budget for it, all the things that come along with it. It was stressful if you've never gone through this. And I know this is just one thing that people are thinking about. Where do we start if we're looking at why do we need a generator, and then how do you start to shop for one?
So there's a couple different types of generators. So you have your whole house generator, and then you have your portable generator, which you can find at your local stores, and you can get. The biggest reasons you want is to make sure you can keep your food and your water cold and make sure you have it for a while so that it doesn't spoil if you do lose power for a significant amount of time. So with shopping for it, I mean, you just need enough to cover the power that you're going to be running off those refrigerators or freezers or whatever you have.
But if you want to take the option even further, you were saying you can look into doing whole home generators or generators you can plug into your gas source and things like that. Right now, that might be kind of bigger picture in terms of emergency preparations that we're doing now. You don't necessarily have time for that. But for folks who are preparing and looking ahead, maybe, what do they need to have on hand? If they have the generator, you also need a whole lot of gas, you said, right? You do.
There's going to burn a lot of fuel, so you want to make sure you have a lot of gas on hand, but you also want to make sure you have it in a safe area to run it. Make sure you have it in a well-ventilated area. That way you have your CO2, your carbon monoxide detectors as well available, because if you have them close to the home, it can melt your, they get hot, so they could also melt your siding or anything like that. So make sure you have it in a safe area, you have plenty of fuel, and you're able to keep yourself safe as well.
You brought a carbon monoxide detector today. I didn't realize, again, I've never owned a generator. I didn't realize it put off carbon monoxide. And I would think most people probably put this in a garage, don't they? I mean, they're thinking it's going to be raining. I don't want it out there. I'm going to move my car out, bring the generator in. Well, if it's not getting the air source, it's going to fill up your garage. It can seep in. So do you recommend maybe having a CO filter and then also making sure the generator's outside?
Yes, absolutely. Because I mean, it'd be like having your car in the garage running with a door shut.
Sure.
You want to make sure you have it ventilated. You want to have it outside, because if not, it's going to seep up into the house. You want to have this near where you're going to have that running, where you're going to be, your family will be resting, sleeping, wherever it may be. You want to definitely have that around.
I just want to be crystal clear here for our viewers, because this was a question all of us had, and we want people to be safe if they're using their generators. You are saying the generator itself should actually be outside the home.
Yes.
Not even in the garage.
That's correct.
Okay.
It should be outside.
All right, Travis Hill, awesome tips for us today. Thank you so much, Jason. Hopefully somebody has saved you a generator somewhere in the Charlotte area.
Woo, I hope so. This is something I should have done a week ago. This is what happens when we tell you to do as we say, not as we don't do.